Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Sam Kohlmeyer.
And I'm Jackie Myers. Let's take a look at the news. Today is February 1st and the beginning of Black History Month. In celebration, there has been a special calendar of events created called Black History Through the Decades. Throughout the month of February, there will be several events to promote diversity and inclusion from a number of organizations on campus. There are 4 categories that the events are separated into. These categories include slavery, segregation and civil rights movement, rebirth of the Black Renaissance, and modern-day Black history. Students are able to go to events based on any category of their interest. On Friday, a spring festival event was held for the Chinese New Year in the Markin Recreation Center. The event provided guests with traditional Chinese food, music, and performances. Guests also enjoyed winning prizes from a raffle that was held, as well as a presentation explaining the tradition of the Chinese New Year. Among the performers, there was a young pianist and flute player and dancers. There were also activities that guests could partake in after the performances. These activities guests participated in consisted of a photo booth, cookie decoration, and Chinese calligraphy. The Chinese Culture Club here on Bradley's campus hosted this event. This Chinese New Year brings in the year of the rooster.
Don't have any plans for spring break? Do you like to travel, and do you like to volunteer? If so, you should consider doing the alternative spring break. Students will be able to take a trip to Nashville, Tennessee over spring break to volunteer with the United Cerebral Palsy of Middle Tennessee and explore the city. The trip will be from March 13th to March 17th. Now, there is a fee of $300 to cover housing, transportation, meals, service, and a t-shirt. For more information, go to the Bradley website. BUPD's most recent addition to the force flew to Twitter last week. BUTV's Sean McGinnis explains.
Last Friday, Crime Prevention Officer Sean Savage from the BUPD held the station's first ever tweet-along. Officer Savage took to Twitter using the hashtag BUPDLive to live tweet his events all day. The idea of using a tweet-along came from a former colleague of Officer Savage's.
One of the PDs that I worked closely with back home in Alabama, Birmingham PD, did an incredible one.
Savage looked to use tweeting as a way to promote safety of the students and campus interaction.
It's important because we can push out vital information and just some of the fun stuff we get to do as university police officers.
Many of the BUPD's traffic stops come from simple infringements like speeding around campus or making an illegal turn. But one area that many drivers forget is about crosswalks.
Bring awareness to stopping at those crosswalks. It's just...
Crosswalks are an integral part of traversing Bradley's campus, so Officer Savage wants to make sure students remain safe.
It's unfortunate, but we have to do what we have to do to keep everyone safe, and disobeying a crosswalk can really end disastrous.
Riding in the latest addition to the police's interceptors, we took to the Bradley streets. During our ride, we made 2 traffic stops, both for violating crosswalk laws, but rather than an expensive citation, Officer Savage presented the drivers with a warning and a different type of ticket.
So hopefully we're going to brighten his day with these Bradley basketball tickets.
All in all, educating others to promote safety is his favorite part.
The fact that we got to do basketball tickets instead of making someone pay $100, that's the stuff.
From Campus Town for BUTV News, I'm Sean McGinnis.
I hope everyone has been working on their resumes and has their business attire ready because the spring job fair and internship fair is this month. Specifically, the fair falls on Thursday, February 16th and will be held from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Renaissance Coliseum. There will be at least 150 employers from different industries present at the fair. As usual, the fair is open to all students who wish to obtain an internship or full-time position at a company. On Sunday, the Dingeldine Music Center hosted another one of their Music Scholarship Concert Series performances. The Scholarship Concert Series is aimed to raise money to help give scholarships to future Bradley music majors. This performance featured Professor Michael Hall playing a variety of pieces on his guitar. He played a number of pieces ranging from Renaissance era to Spanish-influenced songs. During his performance, he took time to tell the audience the origins and a brief background of each song he was about to play to help them better enjoy the history of the piece. His final two pieces were original scores that he wrote, the first being accompanied by fellow Professor David Sizak on the oboe, and the second piece being accompanied by the Bradley Guitar Ensemble. The music department has another scholarship concert series coming up on Sunday, February 12th at 3 p.m. in Dingledine Music Center. Tickets are free for Bradley students and $10 for the public. This concert series will be performed by the Illinois Saxophone Quintet featuring Keith Zimmerman.
Black Lives Matter co-founder and activist Partisy Colors will be coming to Bradley University on February 23rd. During her presentation, Colors will describe social justice from the perspective of Black Lives Matter. Colors will also talk about her personal work, including being an educator and an artist. After the presentation, there will be a Q&A that's open to anyone in attendance. This event will be free for both students and the public. Bradley Interactive Media students have just made a big step further into their careers. Their recent project, a board game titled Dark as the Night, has just been published in January.
Bradley Interactive Media students have just made a big step further into their careers. Their recent project, a board game titled Dark as the Night, has just gotten published in January. I speak with Aaron Boyer on the roots of the game's idea.
I just made up this game about a hunter and a monster, who are in the woods, and the monster's hidden in the dark, and the hunter is wandering around a campfire, and brought that to the team, and everyone seemed to like it, so that was eventually our idea, and we fleshed it out into Dark as the Night.
With this project being successful due to teamwork and creativity, Zachary Abbott tells me more about their team chemistry.
Me, Josh, and Arwen have all worked really well together. There haven't been any real big issues, and if there were, it was ironed out pretty quickly. So I think we had really good communication, and we had a lot of fun making the game in general.
The third member, Joshua Estelle, is currently on Hollywood semester, but is just as excited as his fellow developers. They hope Dark as the Night will be challenging and fun to families everywhere. For BUTV News, I'm Adele Lafashola.
Coming up next is Entertainment with Andrea, where we find out which actor is suing their management company.
And later we explore off campus with Cole Brettel and learn about a cool coffee shop, and it's not Starbucks.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Since we've actually had some sunny weather on campus, but today broke it up, which was awesome.
It was pretty mild today. I didn't have to wear a huge jacket.
I know, it was so nice. You think we're going to see more of that in the future, John?
So it's going to get a little bit cloudy. Unfortunately, it's going to get a little more brisk too. So unless I'm going to class or a student activity, you will not catch me outside. How about that? So nonetheless, we're going to throw up the radar and we're going to take a gander on what we got going on in the area of Peoria. So we're just going to wait for this to get thrown up here. But it's not a lot of stuff going on here if we take a look at Peoria. Illinois, there's just not a lot of activity going on. So precipitation-wise, we will not get any within the next several days. We got a little bit of activity out west, but that will pass right over us. If we take a look at the high-low pressure systems, we can get a better gauge on what's going on kind of around us. But none of this is really going to really hit Peoria. South, there's a lot of rain, but that'll move east. The activity that's kind of there going on in the western United States, that'll kind of dial down by the time that it'll hit us in Peoria. And the cold front to the north in northern Illinois, that's going to stay there. That will not reach Peoria. So we're going to move on over to the 5-day forecast on what we got going on. So Thursday and Friday, highs of 29. The lows will be around in the mid-teens. During the weekend, it's going to heat up a little bit, 35 and 39 for the highs for Saturday and Sunday, respectively. And Monday, we're going to get a toasty 43 with a low of 36. It's going to rain a little bit, no snow, so that's good news there. Now it's time for your entertainment news with Andrea Morris.
Famed actor Johnny Depp's frivolous spending has been revealed in a countersuit from his former business management company. Johnny Depp sued the company, claiming that they collected $28 million without his approval and failed to manage his wealth. The company is countersuing Depp, however, because of their claim of his excess spending $2 million a month. The business management group also claims that Depp's lawsuit is trying to derail proceedings attempting to recover $4.2 million that Depp owes them. Depp's attorney has not commented on the countersuit yet. Next, Hit's documentary show, Making a Murderer, may release its second season by the end of 2017. The show is currently in production in Wisconsin, but due to the sensitivity of the content, not many people know about the details of the show. Season 2 will continue to follow Stephen Avery's ordeal in his post-conviction process. The second season will also cover the attempted overturning of Brendan Dassey's conviction in 2016. Expect to see the second season of the hit show streaming by the end this year. And speaking of hit shows, Game of Thrones actress Natalie Emmanuel hinted at a big season. Some fans are skeptical as the 7th season of HBO's hit show has already been delayed to a summer release. The 7th season also has been reduced to 7 episodes rather than the previous seasons at 10. At the SAG Awards, Emmanuel said that this next season is going to blow everyone's mind as everything crashes together. So be sure to check it out.
Well, thank you, Andrea. I know you didn't talk about it in your report because it just happened today, but did you guys hear about Beyonce's pregnancy announcement?
Twins.
Twins. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Not yet.
Well, up next, we're going around town to a local coffee shop.
And find out about some cool things on campus this week.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Did you go to the schoolyard? Calm down, please. Where did you look? We can make a plan somehow if I just... He's a smart boy, and he's gonna be okay. Just, okay, try to call him again. There's no reception. Everything is down. Try! I can't. Try already! Nothing's working. Well, just everything's down. Do you think he's on his way? Please. Is he okay? Laura. Please tell me he's okay. I need you to calm down. What? It's my baby. This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
It is easy for any coffee lover to find a cup of joe in Peoria. Cole Burdell takes us to one of the coffee shops that could be your new favorite. Buckle your seatbelt for a ride in this week's Around Town.
Hello, I'm Cole Bredal, and this week's Around Town, we're at Leaves and Beans Roasting Company off Prospect Road in Peoria Heights. From the second we walked in, we noticed the amazing atmosphere with comfortable seating and great decor. There also is a nice patio outside to enjoy your coffee in the springtime. We sat down with Assistant Manager Justin Smith to ask him what Leaves and Beans is all about.
We're all about just relaxing, having a great time, enjoying one another's company, getting some conversations going, and enjoying some good coffee.
In addition to the various coffees and teas, they also offer omelets for breakfast, paninis, sandwiches, and salads for lunch. What is your favorite part about Leaves and Beans?
I think my favorite part is that it's local, it's hometown, and it's just a nice gathering spot, and they have great coffee.
Leaves and Beans also has a retail store in the basement, which is moving to the new Trevskers building. Justin told us that they sell coffee beans to many businesses around Peoria.
We, I believe, sell coffee beans and grounds to around 30 to 40 companies around Peoria. And also we sell to anyone who loves a solidly great roasted bean, and we also do like loose leaf tea, coffee accessories, tea accessories.
Leaves and Beans has 2 locations, the one we visited in Peoria Heights and one in Morton. Reporting in Peoria Heights for BUTV News, I'm Cole Bredal.
Stay tuned to hear Pablo talk about our Braves don't play about their sports and their GPA.
And catch a cover of popular song paired with a ukulele.
Tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
So Jackie and Pablo, have you guys had a chance to make it to any of the basketball games this season?
Yeah, I've been to a few. They're fun, you know.
I have not been able to make it myself yet, but Pablo, can you tell us what's going on with sports this week?
Yeah, of course. You know, with just 9 games remaining in the regular season, men's basketball team looked to pad their resume for the Missouri Valley tournament in their matchup against Wichita State. However, the Shockers had another thing in mind for the Braves at the Carver Arena this past Sunday. The Braves gave a lot of fans to cheer about in the first half of this matchup as they took advantage of the Shockers' defensive mishaps on the other end. Offensively, the team was fundamentally sound with some excellent ball movement, including that beautiful dish delivered through the lane to the big man, freshman Koch Barr. Thank you, sir. May I please have another? So, I mean, coming through there, it was all defense going through the first half. Bradley held the MVC's #1 ranked offense, just 20 points heading into halftime. That's right, I told you 2-0. Freshman Darryl Brown also shined once again as he scored 12 of his 18 points in the first half. However, going into that clip, following halftime, the Braves suddenly put themselves in the doghouse, and the Shockers wouldn't throw them a bone as they erupted for 44 points in the second half. Head coach Brian Wardle and the Braves had no answers, falling short in this game, 64-49. Despite taking the L in their Friday matchup with the Southern Illinois, the women's basketball team bounced back against the Evans Purple Aces this past Sunday. It was game two of a 4-game homestand for the Lady Braves as they took the shape up in this one. The game got off to a quick start from freshman Alana Johnson, who hit this beautiful step-back jumper. And Johnson, after that shot, honestly, was pretty fired up. She looks good right here, clapping her hands there, getting pretty stoked. And, I mean, she had some great reasons why. Senior Letty Lerma, who sat out just 2 minutes, also put on a clinic with her second double-double this week with her 24 points while grabbing 17 rebounds. Lerma truly showed that big-time players make big-time plays, with the Braves winning this one 56-52. The Bradley men's hockey team dropped their final home game of the season in this past Friday in a clash against the University of Illinois. The Braves nearly capped off the comeback after trailing 6-2 at one point with 3 unanswered goals. The Illini didn't seem to budge after that with a late insurance goal to hang on and lost against the University of Illinois 7-5. The women's tennis team is back in action after sweeping their season opener against the South Dakota State. Senior Ariel Dechter was the star, setting 2 more records that adds to her 131 career victories and also 18 Bradley tennis records. And I got to tell you, that is one heck of a resume booster if I do say so myself. Missouri Valley seemed to agree as the Mundelein, Illinois native's performance also earned her title of the MVC Women's Tennis Athlete of the Week. And in addition to that, to Dechter, 3 other Bradley athletes also received some great recognition this past week, including women's basketball forward Letty Lerma. The senior Iowa native took home the MVC Player of the Week honors after her 2 double-doubles while averaging 18 points, 14 rebounds, check that, and 2 steals in both contests last week. Lerma is joined by teammate Vanessa Markert, who was named the Country Financial Scholar Athlete of the Week for her 15 points per game and her success in the classroom with a 3.68 GPA. And finally, the MVC has just named senior infielder Spencer Gah amongst the 14 players on the 2017 preseason all-conference list. A .324 career hitter at Bradley, Gah comes off a great 2016 campaign, hitting .324 with 5 homers and 21 RBIs. And you know, guys, talking about the baseball team, too, they had a great season last year going into the Louisville Regional, and hopefully let's see if they can make some noise this year. It's got a really talented team, and who knows what could happen for
Yeah,
us.
I think if anybody can do it, they can definitely make it happen.
Definitely. Stay tuned to hear a lovely song paired with a ukulele.
And also find out about some cool events happening on campus.
This is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Let's take a look at this week's upcoming events. Be sure you're in the crowd rooting for the Braves men's basketball team at the upcoming game on February 8th at 8 p.m. ACBU will be showing The Edge of 17 starring Haley Steinfeld from February 2nd to the 4th at 8 p.m. Admission is free for Bradley students and $2 for faculty and the general public. Concessions are $1. The Smith Career Center invites you to prepare for the upcoming job fair by sharing LinkedIn tips to students. The event will be Tuesday from 3:30 to 4:30 in Burgess Hall, room 124. Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Jackie Myers.
I'm Pablo Iglesias.
I'm John Collin.
And I'm Sam Colmeyer. We leave you tonight with a performance from Sam and Sarah. Have a splendid night.
I see breakfast on the table, and I can smell you in the halls. Lord knows I'd cry if I was able, but that won't get me through tomorrow. And it's not like I was counting or thought that we'd run out of days. So I'll be holding on to something, breathing the words you took away. I'd keep a picture of you on the wall, of you on the wall, and choke on the memories. I'd keep a message of you if you called, of you if you called, choke on the memories. Ooh. I've been looking for some new words to say just how you got to me. I wrote some letters that I might burn, 'cause then you're not just history. I see your clothes are in the closet. I hear your phone ring in the drawer.